All right, let's move on to next week, I guess. So we'll swap back and forth. I have three games that I'm looking forward to. I'll pass it off to you. Give me the first game you're looking forward to next week. What's one that's catching your eye?
Well, I have to say it. I'm gonna go. Uh, I do want to check out because obviously the as we record this, Dolphins haven't played. I have to reiterate again, just in case you chop it up into small pieces. I do want to see the Dolphins game. That's just of personal interest to me. I want to see what Huntley looks like. I think he's been announced as the quarterback, starting quarterback. I do want to see what it looks like on the road. So I guess they're gonna be playing at New England. Obviously, New England's a bad team, but a lot of question marks. So a lot of question marks over my team. So I do want to see that matchup, especially in a game that matters because you won't only be dropping. It seems like obviously the Bills are running away with the division this year, so you don't want to be dropping to the Patriots and the Jets. So that's my game that I'm definitely gonna be watching.
Mind you, like he said, we're recording Sunday night, so we have not seen the Monday night game. But so game might be like complete, like Tyrod Huntley might or whatever is I can't remember what's his first name.
That's fine. Just say
Hunt, either way, Huntley, he might completely drop the ball, so it might be a very bad game. So I'm curious to see if it actually plays out that way. If it ends up being, hey, you might have two shitty teams going against each other, regardless. So. I guess it makes for one interesting one.
That's just my personal one. Yeah.
Yeah. For me, I'm going Buffalo, Houston. I think this is a really good game. Buffalo obviously is going to want to bounce back from this game tonight. They just got clamped down by the Ravens. I felt like these receivers couldn't get any separation. Josh Allen was running for his life, and Josh Allen has done a great job with little very to throw to. I mean, you have Coleman, the rookie, but like Gabe was talking about when he was talking when we were talking before the show, the guy's slow. He's got good size and good one-on-one ability, but it felt like none of these guys can get separation. We'll see what they do against Houston. Houston's also a team with a pretty damn good defense. They did let some things go against the Jags, but the biggest thing for Houston and what we saw in today's game was Houston, the penalties. And what made, to go back to like with talking about the Jacksonville segment, what made that game so disappointing for Jacksonville too was that Houston gave Jacksonville every single opportunity to run away with that game. Penalties after penalties, going for it on fourth down, missing it, missing a field goal. I mean, there was so many opportunities for Jacksonville to run away with that game, and it just shows how bad they actually are from a Jacksonville perspective. But Houston needs to clean it up because we've seen it multiple times this season. Laremy Tunsil, I mean, has 11 penalties on the season, and dude, it's like week 4. Like, what are you doing? Like, they have to clean it up. So I think it's going to be a really interesting game. I'm curious to see how that plays out. But yeah, pass it back over to you. Give us another game for people to watch out for.
Baltimore, Cincinnati. Obviously, this is obviously a division game. Baltimore coming off playing excellent, pretty well. I just want to see because it sounds like obviously divisional rivalries are always competitive, especially these teams because they always seem to be in the wild card. I think the Ravens are a clear playoff team, but I want to see how Cincinnati responds if they're able to be competitive because I think these teams, Joe Burrow needs to take advantage of his window because I think they had I have to look at the injuries that they have posted, but yeah, this is always a fun one because they're interdivisional rivalry. Yeah, I think the Ravens are.
Yeah, I'm with you. That's a little overlap we have. That's obviously AFC North game is always a game to watch. It's always a bruiser. It's always super fun. To me, I'm going to say it. I think this is a must win for Cincinnati. I know it's week 5, but like divisional matchup, you're down. What are they? 1-3. You're 1-3 in the season. You do not want to go down 1-4 and lose to a divisional rival at home. You have to win this game. This is going to be a lot of playoff implications here. I'm sure of it. you got to win this game because it's going to come down to divisional record. We all know how tight the AFC North is, and it's going to be tight again this year with the Browns, the Steelers, Ravens, and Bengals. To me, this is a must win for Cincinnati. You got to take care of your rivals at home. You do not want to drop 1-4. Got to do it. But yeah, I'll go over to the next game. I got the first London game of the season, New York Jets versus Minnesota. Sam Darnold going against his old team. We got a New York Jets team that had a really rough game today against Denver. That was a rough game to watch. I don't know how I feel about Bo Nix. That guy, I don't know. There's moments where he looks not bad, but there's moments where
Bo Nix
he looks terrible.
Bo Nix was with the Broncos.
Yeah. I'm talking briefly about the Jets Broncos thing today.
Okay.
But no. In general, the Jets. I think it's going to be a pretty good matchup. I think you're going to have a shootout of a game. These are two very well-crafted teams. So I'm excited to see how this plays out. I'm really curious to see if New York can bounce back and see Aaron Rodgers that we saw the first couple weeks. And if Minnesota can keep it up, because let's not get it twisted, this New York Jets defense is built different. This is a very good defense. So I'm curious if Sam can continue this MVP streak that he is on right now. So yeah. And first London game, get a 9 a.m. game. I'm excited for that. Get to wake up and watch some football.
I would tend to agree with you. I think that Jets Broncos game today was pretty ugly. It was physically ugly to watch because I think it was raining. The field looked terrible. It was a low scoring game. It was like 10-9 or something. Missed field goals. Everything. Pretty ugly. But I think this is a trap game, man. Don't be surprised if the Jets keep it close, or because like I said, Vikings are trending upwards. Could win. But traveling to London, you never know how that's going to affect the game itself. I think Vikings are a clear favorite to win, but don't be surprised. It might be a trap game week 5.
Yeah, I wouldn't even say it's a trap game. I think this is a good matchup. I think either team could win this. I think it's going to be a really good game.